Good morning. For my Watchmen Wednesday report today, I'm going to talk to you about a rather new series called Witchlings. This is by the author named Claribel A. Ortega. It is found all in Escambia County and Santa Rosa County elementary schools. This is extremely alarming. Let's take a look. First of all, there are basically 4 books in this series. Witchlings is where we are introduced to the characters. You have 3 witches, 7, I believe, Thorn and Valley. And they are put into this coven called the Spares because they were not that good at what they were doing, and they have to do some sort of an impossible task in order to progress. If they do not complete this task, they will be turned into toads. And of course, the whole storyline is about friendship, etc. In Santa Rosa County, this book is at Gulf Breeze Middle School. It is at Holly Navarre Intermediate, at J Elementary School, and J High School. In Escambia County, look where it is. Beulah Middle, Brentwood Elementary, Cook Elementary, Inslee Elementary, Ferry Pass Middle, Lipscomb Elementary, Longleaf Elementary, Molina Park, and Workman Middle. In the book, you have typical, some violence and so forth, but the most concerning part is on page 178, where the reader is introduced to a same-sex relationship. I was moving too fast, that's the problem, October laughed. Oh, sorry, this is Tia Stardust, my girlfriend. Okay, so we've got an introduction to a same-sex relationship. Nowhere in the Marc Record are students or parents told that their children will be introduced to a same-sex relationship. But yet we are offering this in elementary schools. Nowhere is that even listed under the subject matter. Okay, well, it's just some little casual, subtle reference. So let's just overlook that, and let's go to book 2 in this series. Book 2 is called Witchlings, the Golden Frog Games. This came out in 2024, so school board, this was recently ordered. Again, we have no warning about anything in the Marc Record. In Escambia County, Beulah Middle, Cook Elementary, Ernest Ward Middle, Ferry Pass Middle, Lipscomb Elementary, Longleaf Elementary, Molina Park Elementary. In Santa Rosa County, you have 2 copies at Gulf Breeze Middle School and J Elementary School. As with most series, this author is now going to go ahead and introduce even more concerning content for minor children, and we meet a non-binary character. We're going to see that right off the bat. Let's take a look. This is page 5. We meet a character named Sybil, and right off the bat, Sybil is referred to as a they. They stretched and got up from their log, moss sticking to their holographic cape and metallic dusted cheekbones. I mean, a reference to Sybil and then they. This character is non-binary all throughout. Here is another reference on page 3. Sybil is the oracle. The oracle waved their hand lazily. I can't tell you as an English teacher how disgusting this is, because it's going to cause the kid problems also in grammar in high school, middle and high school. They hung suspended. We're getting a little deeper now on page 12. 7 thinks that a girl has a crush on another girl. So look at this introduction. For months, Valley had been talking nonstop about Graves' Shadow Men, a moth house which she had met at the monstrous Care Club after school, and 7 would bet her entire plant collection that Valley had a crush on her. Okay, these are young girls we're talking about. Look at this grooming, page 19. Valley has a crush on another girl, but says they're just friends. The famous Graves, huh? 7 asked. Valley nodded, her cheeks bright pink. You like her? No, we're just friends. Gross, I don't like anyone. But as she said it, her eyes found graves in the crowd and she smiled softly. How precious. Parents and librarians, if that's not enough, in book 2, this should disqualify this book and the whole entire series, actually, based on the fact that this author is now introducing a drag queen to our minor children. And librarians, why are you putting this in front of elementary kids? This is page 19 of the PDF. Inve Lopez. Everyone cheered wildly as the drag witch smiled. Her movements regal and confident. She's a drag witch. And we get this description of what she's wearing. The kids even acknowledge that she is a drag witch, but she looks frogging good. Oh my goodness. Page 97, Valley admits that she's in a lesbian relationships. Valley's cheeks went red. I'm staying for a bit. I've been meaning to tell you, but Graves and I are sort of girlfriends now. These are 2 girls. And then we even see where Poppy has 2 moms. Remember how hard it was for me when my moms got divorced? That's on page 149. Parents, book 3 has the same thing. In book 3, that's found at Molina Park Elementary in Escambia County. It is also found at a middle school in Escambia County and in Santa Rosa County. It is the elementary schools that are so concerning for this type of content. It's actually, especially when you're talking about this transgender stuff and so forth, it's against the law. Why are we putting this in front of minor children? Especially when parents have not been made aware according to whatever the publisher's content is or the Marc Record. Librarians should do their jobs and should make sure that they know the content of these books. This is inexcusable. Enough is enough.